Pat O'Donnell, everybody, give it a hand.
All right, that was awesome.
All right.
So, a homophobe, a black guy, and a rapist walk into a bar, and the bartender says, Kobe, can I have your autograph?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm single again. I broke up with my girlfriend, or actually she broke up with me, ladies. She broke up with me. She sat me down and said, I have to leave you. And I said, why? And she said, well, quite frankly, I think you're a pedophile. And I said, that's an awfully big word for a 12-year-old. Don't be fooled, ladies. Don't be fooled, ladies. I am a complete gentleman. If we ever went out on a date, I'm a complete gentleman until the chloroform kicks in. So, as Pat O'Donnell said, my name is Chris Hayes. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. It's a dated joke, but it's a good one, right? Right? I love this place. I've been doing a lot of open mics. The Comedy Cabaret, I definitely feel like it's home. It's 5 minutes from my house because I'm really lazy. But there's just something about this place I really like. You know, it's the brick walls and the bright lights and the colostomy bag roof. It's a very special place. It's a very special place to me. God, where do I want to start tonight? Oh, I have to clean out my DVR. My DVR is getting really full because I refuse to delete certain things, and one of the things I refuse to delete is that great Charlie Sheen interview from a few weeks ago on ABC, which was just absolutely fantastic. There's just it's a treasure trove of comedic material. It's the guy sitting there and he's twitchy and he's chain smoking cigarettes and and of course everyone took the winning and all that other great stuff out of it. But what they also, there was certain things that you catch that you don't catch right away. For example, he had talked about his issues with the media and his issues with the press, and he says, I talked with certain people to help me get through that, to help me deal with these guys. And the interviewer was very polite to him the whole time. And she said, who do you talk to? What celebrities do you talk to? And he goes, Colin Farrell and Mel Gibson. Now, you're going to talk to Mel Gibson and ask for advice about how to look good in the media? That's like asking JFK Jr. for flying lessons. It's like asking Princess Diana to recommend a good designated driver. What I love about the guy, though, is, he's been doing cocaine for, hundreds of years, and he looks great. He took off his shirt again, and he looks great. Now, I did coke for, 7 years. Well, okay, I did, fuck that joke up anyway. The joke was, I only did cocaine once for 7 years, so you remember that one when I bombed later. But, he looks great. I did coke for 7 years, and this is my body now, you know what I mean? I was frying and battering the cocaine before I used it. Anyway. My friend Eddie's here, and happy Passover to any of my Jewish friends. He's upset. We were just talking, I'm like, happy Passover. He goes, yeah. Out of the blue, he just starts bitching. He goes, there are no Jewish superheroes. What a weird thing to say. And I'm like, Eddie, of course there is. Haven't you ever heard of Spider-Man? Oh, man. I take care of a disabled parent. Yeah, right? I know, yeah. She can't raise her arms or dress herself. It's really great. Anyway, but what she does all day is she basically watches Maury and Jerry, and I said no. We have to get you some kind of hobby. And she watches Investigative Discovery or True TV, those true crime shows all day, all day long. If I ever say a cross word to her, she'll fucking get away with my murder for sure. So I said, we need to get you a hobby of some sort. What do you like? And she's like, well, I like crafts. Great, except she has a bum hip now, so now I have to do all the craft shopping. So, there's me walking into Michael's, looking gayer than coming a mustache, a single guy just walking down. And you walk by and there's this huge display right in front, and there's this huge display, and it's these candles. And we all like them. We got to hit the malls once a year for Christmas shopping. There's always those Yankee candle places, whatever. And the candles are great. They really are. But they don't have ones that are for men. A lot of them are sweet flavors, sugar cookie, or things that definitely are more geared toward women, like Ocean Breeze or Midnight Blue or whatever. They don't have candle flavors that appeal to straight single men like me, an English tap room. English tap room would be a great candle. There's Grandpop's corncob pipe. If you have a grandpop who's dead and he smoked a pipe, I mean, that might bring it back to memory lane. Mom's meatloaf. Mom's meatloaf would be an awesome candle. Natalie Portman's shoe. How great a candle would that be, right? Thank you, I agree, you know. So I made a gay joke in my reference about, Chris, you know a lot about gays. Well, interesting tidbit about my life. I had a disabled mother and I have a deceased father. But my dad was a closeted homosexual. God's honest truth. He was a closeted homosexual. And I know. Anyway, he died in 1995, and I feel like he missed out because he had to live most of his life closeted, and I feel like that's unfortunate. Because it would just be really cool. Because every time you have dreams about like dead people or who are close to you, and I dream about it all the time. He's just really happy now. Like I wish he could have existed in 2011 as an out gay man, 68 years old, because I just think it would be really cool to introduce my super fabulous 68-year-old gay father to like all my friends and such. I think it'd be great, you know. And just to include him in everyday facets of my life. In the springtime, spring and summer, there's barbecues and baseball games on Sunday, or heading down the shore, and in the fall and winter, coming over to my place and watching the Eagles and hot roast beef sandwiches and spaghetti and meatballs. And then Wednesday nights, going over to his house for Brie, Riesling, and Project Runway. You know? That's my house, Super Bowl party. His house, Oscar party. You know, black tie, no exceptions. Yes, he's a feminine one in my fantasies too. Him coming out with all his super fabulous gay friends to support my comedy on whenever I do it. Me and all my friends showing up at his plays to support his, to support him as he tries to get that free pizza stone from Pampered Chef. All right. So, you can tell by my body size that I definitely like food. It's not that I like food so much or like eating, it's because I kind of hate doing everything else. But my friend John's here, and John always makes reference to this joke, so I wanted to try to do it again before I did it. There are certain foods that just appeal to you, and they're definitely like porn. And one of them that just came out recently, Dunkin' Donuts released a reverse Boston cream donut, which is fantastic. It's made with cocoa, and then the inside is chocolate pudding and the custard, and the top is custard too. Now, you want to talk about food being like porn, you bite into this thing, and nothing happens. Because they take a fire hose, and they jam it full of custard, and they jam it into the ass of this donut and pump it full of custard, but it doesn't spread out. It's only that little disc right in the middle. You take that second bite, and it's basically a donut bukkake. It just blows all over your face. And you don't even care what you look like on the train. You're like, give it to me. Give me the custard. I love it. Oh, yes. That's why I can never ride the L anymore. That's my time. Chris Hayes, everybody.